He hunts outlaws for a living. Meet your neighbor, the bounty hunter. Bob Barnard reports tonight on Channel 6 News. This is WCPX, Orlando.
Bounty hunter, sometimes their job is an easy one. And too many patients, too few nurses. We have team coverage of the nursing shortage. So join us in just a few minutes for the 6 o'clock report. Reporter Bob Barnard shows us the world of men with the power to bring fugitives back dead or alive. May have thought bounty hunters died when the Old West died, but that's not true. Here in Florida, there are bail bondsmen who still have the power to bring back fugitives dead or alive.
Channel 6 News reporter Bob Barnard shows us how these present-day bounty hunters make their money.
Seeing Bob Barry and Ira Wendorf in a mall, they look like your average citizens, but they're not. They deal with danger. They hunt humans. They're bounty hunters. They go after people who jump bail.
When he signs that bond form agreeing to go on bond, he is yours. You are responsible. You've made a guarantee to the court that you will produce his body for court. And if he doesn't show up, you've got to get his body and bring it back one way or the other.
Shotguns, handcuffs, and pistols are the tools of their trade, but sometimes they end up looking down the business end of weapons like these.
But the guy wouldn't come to the door. We knew he was in there. He wouldn't come to the door, so we're banging on the door. And out jumps this really Charlie Manson-looking type guy. You know, the drifty eyeballs all over the place, you know. And he had an M1 with a banana clip taped back and forth, you know, and stuck it right between my eyes like that. I'll never forget that. Looking right down, I see a rifle in there.
Our first bounty hunt with Bob and Ira was typical, they say.
You expect this one to be dangerous?
Yes, this one we do. He's on drugs. He's been busted before for violent crimes.
He's done 5 years in jail.
And then now, just this week, he cut his girlfriend's face.
They'll spend days searching, and sometimes they come up empty.
He's either on Loomis or Whitney. If you rush at the family or the people that are in the house, if he isn't there, we'll notify him, and then it may take you a lot longer to find him. It may be your only chance to get him at all.
2 mornings later, just before dawn, Bob and Ira have gotten the tip they needed. Their man is inside this house.
But let's face it, if somebody was banging on my door, it's daylight, I'd be up in arms too. So you don't really know what to expect.
With police as a backup, me keeping watch on the side of the house, Bob Barry goes in for the strike.
Dwayne? Yeah, well, where's Dwayne at?
Wait a minute, that's my brother that ain't
That's evil. Well, where's Dwayne?
I thought he was here. I'm just waking up. I don't know if he's here.
Hey, clean your microphone, man.
My baby. Dwayne's not here.
Hold on, buddy. Why don't you go back outside with that? Hey. What's in here? He's in here. He's going out the window. Go. Go out. Come on. You watch it. Watch it. Come this way. Sit on the other side. Did he go? Come on, right here. He ain't doing that. Right here. He's inside. We got him. Wait, that man keep you right there. Okay, he's not going to get hurt. He's not going to get hurt. All right.
Mama told us she was there. She didn't know the way he was.
Okay, just go. I ain't trying this.
She ain't trying to lie to y'all.
I ain't trying to. Listen, my body.
Okay, go ahead and take these guns. Go and put it up there.
How you doing, man?
All right.
Brother, I ain't no time, man. You already did. Just go quiet.
Some bounty hunts are just as potentially dangerous, but don't end up with a capture. Tomorrow night, the long, frustrating hours don't pay off for 2 bounty hunters from Seminole County. Bob Barnard, Channel 6 News.
I think any time he came through the door, you'd pay attention.
I would not go out the other door.
I don't think so.
Whatever he said.
Ooh.
Coming up next, construction starts on I-4 next week, so be prepared for a traffic nightmare. Well, Jill, we've got worries tonight about street gangs and how to deal with them. A bounty hunter's job is not always as exciting as you might think. We find out as our Channel 6 News Extra, The Bounty Hunter, continues. Action 6 reporter Ellen McFarlane is called when there's a long delay in paying off medical insurance claims. So join us in just a few minutes for the 6 o'clock report. Joe?
Okay, thank you, Ben. This week's travel series has explored Mexico's Pacific coast. More and more Americans are discovering the Mexican Riviera's bargains and plentiful sun. Tonight, travel reporter Mike Sanford explains why Ixtapa may be the best choice for folks seeking a little extra peace and quiet.
Hunter was a thing of the past, but that's not so, as we're learning in our Channel 6 News Extra, The Bounty Hunters. Tonight in Part 2, reporter Bob Barnard says the life of the modern-day bounty hunter isn't as glamorous as legend would have it.
The way Hollywood depicted the bounty hunter, he was ruthless, carefree, riding horseback with blazing guns. He took back more dead fugitives than live ones. But real-life bounty hunters Chris Fuller and Dennis Doobie say that's Hollywood. In real life, they say most of their job is boring, even though they can bring back a criminal the same way they allegedly did in the Old West.
Is there a Joseph Bruce around?
These guys are thrill seekers, but much of their time is spent behind a desk. Bounty hunters also do a lot of legwork, but they get little help tracking down the people who've jumped bail.
Roger, does that look familiar to you?
Does he have a beard? Looks like, yeah. He may have shaved it, you know. Big guy. Has he got any aliases? Well, they all got aliases.
Even people who say they want to help can be up to no good.
Some people will sit there and they'll give you a line of stuff a mile long and shake your hand and make it, you know, and then they'll run around the corner when you go out the door, and they'll go tip the guy off and he's going down the road.
Chris and Dennis tell of the time they drove all the way to Arizona looking for a guy who jumped bail.
9 days and nothing came up. Well, something did come up, because it turned around and it turned us around and it led us back to the Central Florida area where he is, but we just haven't pinned him down.
Once in a while they'll get a tip, but finding family or friends of the fugitive who'll cooperate is something else.
Where's he hanging out there? See, what I'm trying to do is save some problems.
I don't know where he hang out at. Well, some dope is, that's probably where you find him at.
Even chasing down a bad lead can put their lives at risk.
May think he's a drug addict, so look out. Hey, open the door. You realize he's got a chain, and you can see anything, a million of things coming before your eyes, because you don't know what's going to happen. I think about whether you're going to see a shotgun coming through the door, and you can't say that you won't ever make mistakes. But you do your best not to make mistakes, because it doesn't take but one bad mistake.
You just have to try to do the best you can, just play it as it comes down. There's no set pattern, there's no set strategy or anything else. You just take it as it comes.
Anybody says they don't get scared is lying.
Once again, they've run into a dead end. Their man isn't here. What makes these bounty hunters put up with the endless frustrations? Money, their own. And they stand to lose lots of it each time a bail jumper takes off. Bob Barnard, Channel 6 News.
Men and women skilled and safe of our Channel 6 News Extra, The Bounty Hunters.
Reporter Bob Barnard looks at the sometimes easy and often unbelievable job of the bounty hunter.
What are we doing this?
Not all captures involve guns and police backups. Some are relatively easy. The person giving up with little resistance.
What are we going to do, take this to the corner?
You think we should try 2nd Street and you named Nick's, was it Nick's? Nick's on Cypress Street.
Sometimes help is dropped in their laps, a tip coming from a relative.
We talked to him for a few seconds. He told me he wanted to make a buy. He said, fine, I can take you right to it on Cypress Street. I just opened up the car door. He went to get in. I handcuffed him getting in, and then we just come right out here to the jail. Worked good. There wasn't any violence. There wasn't anybody getting hurt. Your mama says you broke into our house. This is the 3rd time. She doesn't think you're going to go to court tomorrow. We're the guys who put up your bond.
But bounty hunter Bob Barry is the first to tell you it doesn't always work out this way.
One of his hairiest captures was the time he and partner Ira Wendorf went after a young man who skipped bond, $7,500 worth. His father had put up a piece of property as collateral, but Bob and Ira didn't know the guy had sold his property the day he bailed his kid out of jail.
So Bob and Ira had to chase the 18-year-old to his hometown in West Virginia.
The family saw us pick up, the defendant and put him in the back seat of the car. Right at that time, they were coming over a hill in a little Chevy Nova with a fast engine in it. And they had the family in there, the brother and the cousins in there, and I'll never forget George Prop, the guy with the twisted face, and he's spitting tobacco all over. He's yelling, "I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you." And they tried to drive the car right into our car. And the old Buick, we just dropped down the low, and we spun that car right around in the road and headed back up over the hill. And they pulled out guns, and then Ira was so funny. I says to Ira, if they keep coming, shoot them in the radiator. If they keep coming after that, shoot them in the windshield. And Ira's hanging out of the back window of the Buick there with a shotgun, but they froze when they saw the shotgun.
A lot of times, bounty hunters don't have much to go on. Sometimes just an old picture. Bail bondsman Bill Leonard spent 4 years chasing a woman owing him $1,750.
How actively were you looking for this one?
Well, I've been to New York and everywhere else trying to find this girl. It's cost me that much money, but I still want her.
Leonard says it was more the principle of the thing than the money.
I don't care whether I ever see a nickel or not. At least I've made one point, that they can't go far enough or long enough without the bondsman getting her.
Bob Barnard, Channel 6 News.